financial gain involved, especially if these lessons involve contracts. Welcome back to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. This is your daily vibe Pisces for the collective. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, wherever Pisces may fall in your chart. We are coming live in Aspen, Colorado. All right. So I promised you guys a live today. I wasn't really content with the level of support that I had with the Wi-Fi, so I am pre-recording your daily vibe for today. The extended to this video will be made available through our Patreon Shark memberships. We have Join, we have our membership section, we have our store, the merchandise, all the little puppy sweaters and socks and hoodies and stuff. It's so cool. And we'll go ahead and get started with the introduction. Okay, I like to do an intro and then we move into the Celtic cross style reading. In the end of the extended, I use the clarifiers, and we also do a pick a card if you're interested in a more personalized experience. So I did shuffle the cards out, and once they came to me, I was just like, really? This is what we're talking about today? So we start out, for some of you, it could have been a past situation. It could be present. Keep in mind, tarot is entertainment. If it does not resonate with you, don't make it. But we have the Five of Cups here. And when I think about the Five of Cups, it's kind of like tears and sadness, or the lack of acceptance in something, refusing to kind of turn it around. And when I use clarifiers to see, like, what is it that we missed an opportunity in, okay? We have the Nine of Cups and the Two of Swords. So it was like a decision or choosing to be happy, something about contentment. And it's like you could have had something that made you really happy had you let go of or accepted a loss or what you perceived to be a loss. Because the next card we had was the Nine of Swords. And so not only with the sadness, it talks about anxiety, kind of going back and forth between the shadow aspects and the light. So it could be your energy or someone in your environment. And when I clarified the Nine of Swords, I got the Ten of Cups and the Three of Wands. So I was like, missing an opportunity on something that in the future could have made you really happy. Now, if this isn't you, this could be somebody that you're dealing with. You know, they didn't make a decision to tell you how they really felt, and they just missed an opportunity with you, because I saw the Tower and I saw the universe. So it was kind of like some divine intervention or whatever comes to play. The last card we have, which I usually use for our solution or outcome, we have the Four of Pentacles, and it's like somebody didn't speak up about something, or you're kind of holding back or hanging on to something. Now, when I clarified that, I got the Queen of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune. So with the Two of Swords, it's still telling me something about choices, time, cycles, and decisions. And the Queen of Coins, if I say Queen of Swords, the Queen of Coins releases. You know, she's very reserved, and it's like I hold on to what I need. I release what no longer serves me. And it also talks about getting organized, because the Four of Pentacles is kind of like hoarding, kind of holding on to too much. And the Queen of Pentacles would realize, hey, it's time for me to get organized and move some things around, kind of like feng shui, you know, cleaning up the house, spring cleaning, or just like releasing some outdated behaviors, beliefs, relationships, people, whatever the case may be. And we'll go ahead and get started with your reading. So I hope all is well. That is not how I would have wanted to start your reading. I wanted like some excitement. Oh my God. But others of you, you know, you've been doing a good job. Not everyone has been in their feelings dealing with anxiety, but if you are, it's definitely time to release, because those missed opportunities or lessons, you know, doesn't mean that it won't come back around again. And we have the Six of Pentacles, which talks about balance. I saw the Six of Wands. So validation, reward, awareness, recognition. With the Six of Pentacles and this balance, it could be like a balance out in your energies with the, you know, the emotions and the anxiety, and also the release of things. But what I like about the Six of Pentacles, it's like reciprocity, if that's the word, receptivity. When they're given and taken, measuring how much we're giving, something about what we're receiving, also your expectations of what is given and what is received. At the bottom of the deck, we have the universe again. So the universe could be teaching you a lot about that. And we have the Eight of Cups coming out next to the Six of Pentacles. So moving out of confusion, all right? Some of you guys that may be confused about situations, that still may be hanging on to jobs, relationships, your own personal habits, whatever the case may be. It's like this Six of Pentacles talks about balance. What did it do for you? What is it doing for you? What have you done for it? I had some readings this past week when we were still kind of going with the flow of the twin flame situations. And I know some of you, not all of you, could be still hanging on to some outdated partnerships, you know, hanging on to the memory of, well, it's okay if this is my twin flame, or if this is my soulmate, or my husband, or my boyfriend or girlfriend, or whoever I've been in, you know, several lifetimes with, or just I've invested a lot this lifetime. It's like still hanging on to that. You could be missing something that's better, right? So that's what I'm getting with the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. It's kind of like just moving on out of the confusion to your happiness. And that Ten of Cups did come out with that Nine of Swords. So it talks about you kind of have one foot in, one foot out, wanting to do something, but not. There's definitely a need to make a final decision regarding something, all right? Now, centering the reading, we have the Hangman. So that is also the spiritual lesson of the Enlightened One, okay? To kind of rebuild after destruction. So when you come into awareness, when you start recognizing things, and you're being pulled in one direction, right, which is like North Node into your life path or purpose, and then you're coming from the South Node of all the past life relationships, karma, your behavior, so whatever the case may be. That's where we have to choose. We have to choose which direction we would take. And I do see it's like something about the stars aligning, something about coming together, or this reconciliation. So I don't know if that's what's happening or what you guys are desiring, but we're going to get into that. Now, in the past, we have the Seven of Cups, which talks about that confusion. And I'm so happy that some of you, it's like I realize, like I said, what's being given and what's being received, or you will, okay? Maybe you're wanting more out of your partnerships or wanting more out of life. And this doesn't even have to be about a partnership. It could just be how you feel. Like I said, when you're coming into enlightenment and coming out of some older, outdated energy, it could be like kind of confusing, like kind of like a daze. And you have to be strong. You have to have this mental strength. And also the Queen of Pentacles has this grounded nature where she's like organized and she pays attention to the details and kind of like backs up, you know, allowing things to present themselves without being hysterical or delusional or, you know, sad. Just kind of like a nonchalant, you know. Now, what's crowning you? Your strength. We have the Page of Wands. Now, I like the Page of Wands. However, this could be an energy of self-sacrifice or martyr, where it's like death before dishonor, you know, something that you're hanging on to or an idea that you're really not wanting to let go of. And it's kind of like you have to focus on yourself. Some of you, this is like self-sacrificing energy. And if that's what you feel like you came to do, honey, okay. But with the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles, it's like for some of you, if this is work, this is definitely allowing someone else's dream to be fulfilled through your hard work, through your dedication. And you could do the same thing for yourself, but it's kind of like you have this oath or this vow to kind of like do for others. And a lot of you that may feel like empaths and healers and stuff like that, that's not a problem. But if you're not benefiting from this, I don't feel like the universe would have sent you here just to sacrifice yourself and suffer. So when we talk about missed opportunities, it's like you're self-sacrificing yourself into the sadness or the shadow aspects or these outdated relationships, people, places, and jobs where you could be living your life to the fullest, but it's just like I can't let go of the past, or the Emperor could be causing some type of confusion, okay, within the network or whatever. Now, in the future, regarding this matter, this choice, a choice to be happy. The Two of Swords is coming under the Six of Pentacles. It's like you have to choose. So when we dig deeper into the Six of Pentacles, it's like someone is waiting and someone is receiving. And the Two of Swords just talks about receiving or receptivity and this wait. Okay, so we saw the Hangman, and we'll go into deeper what that's about. Now, the challenging aspect, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords talks about logic. So not coming out of that confusion because we're not using our logic. Because when I think about logic, I think about facts, right? I also think about rest. I think about meditation. And I know some of you have said it's hard for me to meditate because I can't focus long enough. And we're going to work on that. I will be uploading some videos with guided meditations to kind of walk you through some past life regressions and like releasing things that no longer serve you. But for some of you, that has been the challenge. Meditation will help to ground yourself, to connect deeper with source, and to make sense of things, just to be at peace and kind of like detach from phones and internet and the chaos around you, looking at the news or whatever the case is. Just a need to kind of detach a little bit. Now in the environment, we have 2 8s here. So we have the 8 of Wands, a definite need to take action. Okay, the 8 of Wands also talks about traveling. It talks about a lot of messages coming in. It talks about going the distance. And crossing the 8 of Cups, that's pretty cool. It's kind of like when you come out of the confusion or whatever, you immediately like shoot off. And I don't know where you're shooting to, but I kind of like it, okay? Now, in your hopes and fears, we have death. It's tried to come out several times. Now, some of you guys, it's like you don't like change, or this transformation could be a bit uncomfortable. For others of you that are like star seeds, right? Because we did a poll and we wanted to see if you know, we would do the Pisces TV or we would do star seeds, and I was just like, we're all one group, but I just want to see where you guys would go with it. However, some of you guys where there's this change or there's this balance being made in who you are and how you think, right? In your anatomy, right? For those of you, because we did talk about anxiety, depression, bipolar, whatever the case may be, these changes that are being made for some of you through meditation. Others of you, this could be surgery. And so there's a need for you to kind of like, you know, chill. There may have been a time where you need to take things slow and you were kind of like waiting on some information to come in. But for some of you, it's like when this information come in, you don't know what to do with it. And then with the Death card here, it talks about Scorpio. Some of you guys could be dealing with the Scorpio that has you kind of confused, or where Scorpio falls in your chart, or where Scorpio is currently doing as the stars are aligning. So it's like the, you know, the natal chart or astrology. We'll look more into that. Now the outcome, which is coming strong, we have the Lovers. So as stated, when I talked about moving forward and I talked about North Node energy, I have Gemini here, but I do have the Lovers, and I have shadow work with the High Priestess. So some of you guys, this is a spiritual journey that's leading you forward toward, you know, your purpose and your path. For others of you, I feel that this is a spiritual connection that you are attached to that's really helping you, if you allow it, to become your higher self. Others of you, where it's kind of like a drag and it's not healthy or whatever, there's that shadow work that is needed to kind of release yourself from some of that energy. But I absolutely love that. Now, I did see the Four of Wands, and so this rebuilding after the destruction, I don't know if that's between you and your partner or just like you moving on after some chaos. But as stated, I'm going to use the Fountain Tarot to do some clarifiers, and we're going to get with the pick a card. So if this is where we leave off, okay, some of you guys that may have been dealing with financial embarrassments, there may be some wish fulfillment coming, and then some of you, it's kind of like you're taking on too much. There's a need for you to rest, right? There's victory in a matter, but you may have to pack up and kind of move on from a situation to get to that. And we'll discuss that. Until next time, guys, namaste.